about this guy before in my post, before he sued me, he said op-ed. But like I showed you, his lawyer is taking stuff out. He's taking out the names of the people I spoke of, putting him as the victim, removing stuff to make him like the victim so they can win the cases. That's what's happening in court. So let me just lesson this for you to show you. So you see it says, it's Charles Florio and Andrew Sayer. That's the government and their, so that is desperately trying to get the office. That's the original post that did this. But once they got Harry Melber to sue, they removed that to make it look like it says, it is, and then it disappears. Those two things disappears. You should look into the first desperately trying to get the mayor's office. I stated about my wife was in danger of being hurt, and it made it look like him was the one that did it. But it's not him I was talking about. I was talking about the government and the people that financed them. John Olstein was part of this, taking dirty, corrupted money from people in Paterson to help pursue the suit against me, to punish me for defending my wife. So I want to know if John Olstein and the rest of these guys, somebody went after their wives, how are they going to react? How are they going to react if somebody went after their wife? But I tell you something. Maybe in Texas I get a lot of money, right? Maybe in Texas I get a lot of money and I hire my own private detective to go after John Olstein's and his family to find out what dirt he has. To go after Harry Melber and his past to find out what kind of dirt he has. I mean, they sent me a deal to settle this case for $700. Well, he wanted $1 million, 50, 40,000, whatever. And my lawyer says 700 is a good deal. I'll even pay it. And he can sign away and he can go away. But in the stipulation, there's a $25,000 penalty. That if I say anything about what they did to my wife, I would have to pay that penalty. And I asked my lawyer, is it just Harry Melber or the elected officials? He said, you can't say anything about what you did to your wife. So I said, Harry Melber is protecting the elected officials, right? This is not about him wanting privacy, right? He said, you can't say anything about what they did. Nobody did to your wife. And I told him to drop dead and go to hell. Because I would not let the government of Paterson, use him to target me, punish me, go after me, of all the good that I'm doing in the city of Paterson, and then muzzle me and make me sign away my constitutional right to go after the government. So I told him to go to hell. So now he went to the corrupted judges. So they called in all their judges, went to the judge. I couldn't have the money to go and expose him and all the lies he told. So I got to expose him on YouTube and my Facebook. And now I'm doing a brand new website for him on it. And I said I would sign if he would go, but not the officials. And he said no. So I said, fine. So I let it go. So now we're in an appeal because they gave him, he's playing the victim. Oh, I'm the one that was hurt by Serrano because he said these things about, I went after his wife. Yeah, because you did. And the judge didn't give a damn about my constitutional right to speak freely about what I think he did. And it all set up at it. And in the end, it says, my opinion. Judge didn't give a damn because there were two judges I filed criminal charges against in the Superior Court that we believe called him and says they run the case, all my cases in any court, and they were using him to punish me for filing those criminal charges and ethics charges. So he benefited from that. So now we have a few weeks to file a notice of appeal, which you can help. We're doing a GoFundMe on my website, New Jersey Post News. You have to spell out New Jersey. We'll put a link to my GoFundMe there. We just need to file a notice of appeal. And then the lawyer said, well, pick it up and then take him on. But don't stop doing what you're doing. Because if the judge never told me I can't stop publishing, as long as I know what I publish is in court records, everything that I'm telling you, court records, is in the court records. Everything that I'm telling you, I've said it in papers and documents I've sent in. The only thing I'm speaking freely here to tell you, in my own opinion, is this guy is a liar. This guy is crooked. This guy's got himself in targeting innocent people on the streets of New Jersey. And he shouldn't be in New Jersey, which is what I said in my previous post. There's a lot of things that was said there about him running my wife over the street and killing her and all that kind of stuff. I can't remember how I got there, but right now we're dealing with Facebook to find out if people went into my account and made changes, any kind of changes, whether it was that or anything else then we can get him for extortion and other things. But I told him I would sign. Just you can go, but nobody else. He refused. So if you're going to help these elected officials, that's not going to happen. So we got to fight him. We got to fight him till the end. And we got to make sure people like Harry Melber and anybody who decides to go after family members of the news media, are off limits. And when you do it, there should be consequences for it. You want to go after the news media? That's fine, which is what I said in my post. But for innocent family members, we need to set an example with people like that. And if Harry Melber and these crooks and whoever else are involved, this attorney, needs to be set an example of, then we will. So I don't care how much the judge is giving them or paying them, we're going to make sure that example is set. So Serrano, thanks for watching. For a moment of the New Jersey Pulse and J Pulse, and bye for now.